Hey viewers, welcome to VR Astrology once again, and I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about Saturn's transit through the Capricorn sign again. Yes, Saturn completed its span in this sign ruled by Saturn itself, and then went into Aquarius sign, and now in retrogression after its span in Aquarius sign, coming back to the Capricorn sign. So this is a back and forth of Saturn, which is not a very positive motion because, it is an erratic movement. Any planet which is moving directly, it's in a direct motion. And when it is in retrogression, so that is something which is very erratic in itself. And where a planet goes back to the previous sign, that means there is something left behind and he wants to pick it up and come back to the next sign. So we are here to learn and experience from our past mistakes. So let's not waste time. These 6 months are very, very expensive, very, very important, because now is the time that you will be experiencing certain things which you have experienced earlier in the 2.5 years span. Yes, we have experienced COVID. We have learned from that. We changed. And then after it went into the Multrikona sign of Aquarius, we changed again. We were carefree. We were thinking that everything is normal. But now again, we might have a little bit of intensity of not too high octave, but I would say that it is going to be an intense phase again related to the experiences you have experienced in the past. So don't forget to subscribe my channel if you're watching me for the first time here. This is a Vedic astrology sidereal system where Saturn is transiting into Capricorn and not the other signs that as in the Western astrology. And I'm going to be taking up the sign wise prediction also briefly, because I've already done the videos on Saturn's ingress in Capricorn, in Aquarius, in retrogression, with the planets, conjunctions over the planets. All that I've already done, and I have been doing it from past so many, many years. So now it is a common feature that, any planet which is ingressing into a particular sign, I do take it up. And there are certain important facts about this transit that I'll be sharing, and how you can also understand this transit's results. I'll be sharing the screen and I'll be showing you a technique that I've already shared in my past videos also. So especially when Saturn was in the sign of Capricorn, I had shared this technique of Vahan, how this Saturn, when is transiting through, because Saturn, as per the Saturn Chalisa, comes in Shani Chalisa, comes on a Vahan, on a vehicle. So which is also a way to interpret the stay of Saturn in the sign of Capricorn. So Saturn is going to be here from the 12th of July till the 23rd of October in retrogression, and then will be going direct and will be exiting Capricorn only on the 18th of January 2023, and will be finally moving into the Aquarius sign, and will be there till the 2025 year 2025. So let me share the screen and show you what exactly I'm talking about, and then we move on to the other predictive part. So as you can see, I'm sharing with you this technique wherein you have to determine the effect of Saturn's ingress based on the Tithi, Nakshatra, your own Nakshatra, Moon's Nakshatra. So this is a very effective technique. And there are two methods wherein you can understand this technique. And I depend on the first technique. So let's move on to the slides. The next slide. So this is to interpret the vehicle of Saturn. So you take the Saturn's transit day. Suppose it is Tuesday when Saturn is ingressing in the sign of Capricorn again. Then you have to count from Sunday. So it becomes 3, number of Tithi. On the transit day, Moon's Nakshatra number, you count from Ashvini. And then your own nakshatra number you're born with, means your lagna nakshatra number, or you can also take the nakshatra number of the moon you're born with. Now, the other technique is not considering the other factors like Tithi and the day. It's just Tithi and your nakshatra number. So this is just not that feasible or that accurate. So let's stick on to the first technique. So that'll be actually better. So how do we do it? So the day is Tuesday when this transit is happening, and Moon's nakshatra is Mula nakshatra, and it is the Chaturdasi, that is the 14th Tithi, and the nakshatra, of course, is of course, sorry, I think I went a little ahead. Yeah. So Chaturdasi and your nakshatra, which is whichever nakshatra you have, add them all up, you'll get a figure, and then you have to divide that figure with 9. So whatever is the remainder, we are not going to be taking the question, we are going to be taking the remainder, and that will be the Vahan of your how it is going to be impacting you. So if you are born under Ashvini nakshatra, so let's calculate. So third day, 14th Tithi, 19th nakshatra, Mula nakshatra, and first Ashvini nakshatra, if you're born in. So the total is 37, and we divide by 9, and the remainder is 1, because 9 into 4 is 36, so remainder is 1. So similarly, if you move further on, Ashvini, and the next, if you want Bharani, so that will also lead to second. So it's by default coming to 1, 2, 3, 4 series. So that's how you can get to. So when the remainder is something, that will be the Vahan. So here the remainder, if is 1, so the Vahan is donkey. And how do we interpret the vehicles? Vehicle is donkey, not good result. Vehicle, if is horse, it's good and successful in your endeavors. And vehicle is elephant, which is not going to be giving that expected results. You are, you put in effort, but you don't get that kind of results. If it's a buffalo, then also there is number 4 is a remainder. Then it is the vehicle is buffalo, which is again not that very positive. And if it is remainder is 5, then the vehicle is lion. And if its remainder is 6, it's jackal, not good. And then remainder being 7 is crow. So you might be too argumentative during these 6 months time. If the remainder is 8, the vehicle is peacock. If the remainder is 9, that's also very good. So peacock and swan is good for you. Now calculate the rest. I would suggest that you should pick and choose your nakshatra and follow this technique, and you will get the answer as to how this is going to impact you. This is one of the techniques, to interpret the transits. It's all general, but yes, they do have some impact. So transits, you can't interpret only by just one thing. There are Veda concepts also, how this is going to be impacting you. 3, 6, 10, 11 is a good position of the malefic planet. So, but right opposite, if any planet is transiting, then there is a cancellation of the Veda, or it is going to cause the Veda. So like that. Similarly, we have Murti Nirnaya, which I have already done. Then we have, we have to check the planets if it is going to be impacting in the Navamsa also. So now in this particular transit, Saturn is going to be in the Virgo Navamsa. And if you have Moon in Virgo Navamsa also, then this is going to give you Sadesati-like results. You might feel quite uneasy, delays, frustrations, all that is going to happen. So from the 12th of July till the 29th of August, Saturn is going to be in Virgo Navamsa and will be interacting or will be conjunct Mercury, Mars, Sun, or, these are the planets which this Saturn is going to be conjunct in the Navamsa also, and the intensity will definitely be felt when Saturn is interacting with the rest of the planets in Navamsa also. That means it is amplifying the results. So you should not just see that it is a 6-month span. You are splitting it into the Navamsa movements to 1 month, 15 days, like that. Now, it's going to be conjunct. Now, on the 1st to the 4th of August, there's something which is very peculiar, which is happening in the Navamsa. Moon, Sun, Jupiter, Uranus, Rahu, Mars, they are all going to be in the Scorpio Navamsa. We can anticipate some major events. See, no event happens on the day of the transit. That is always my term that I use, the sentence, which is the phrase which is repeatedly, which comes up, that no event takes place on the day of the transits. Remember, if Saturn is turning retrograde, the results will not be felt immediately. You will feel the results gradually, especially on the 1st to the 4th, from 1st to the 4th of August. Now, this is a precarious time when Rahu, Uranus, Mars, Moon, Sun, Jupiter, they all are going to be in Scorpio Navamsa. And you know, Scorpio Navamsa is ruled by Mars. So this is definitely going to, and Mars and Mercury and Venus are going to be in Aries Navamsa. Again, Mars is Navamsa. Very volatile energy. So when these things happen, air accidents, road accidents increase. People become very aggressive. It's something, you have to accept, there are good, bad, ugly, both. So you have to be very calm during these periods. That's why these are forewarning videos, so that you're prepared, that you do not make any hasty or major decisions during this time which backfire. Or travel plans, if you're making, you be cautious, because there is a lot of volatile energy that I can experience during this time. I can imagine happening during this time. So just be careful when you're planning any travels. Be sure that everything is intact. And also, this Saturn is going to be transiting through Leo Navamsa on the 29th of August in retrogression till the 23rd of October. Then it moves into the Leo Navamsa, only remains in the direct motion. So here in the Leo Navamsa, Mars is also going to be joining for a few days from 24th of September till the 3rd of October. Now, this is also one precarious time you have to be careful about. Plus minus week, 10 days time we do take. Jupiter also joins in Leo Navamsa from the 20th of October till the 15th of December. Though it is going to be in in retrogression as well. But it's going to be, the Saturn is direct on the 23rd. So for 3 days, Saturn is going to be in retrogression, but then it is moving forward. So this is how you have to interpret so when Leo Navamsa is getting active by Saturn's presence, so you must understand that this is the time when you, Leo people, if you have Leo Moon in Navamsa also, or the Leo people will feel the impact of this Saturn like Sadesati. So you have to be extra careful during this time about your, mood swings and the decision making related to your work, profession, career. So this is also a very important technique. Now, let me share with you how the transit positions are, because the Vahan has been decided because of this moon in Sagittarius in Mula Nakshatra. So the Vahan, the vehicle, is decided on the basis of moon's transit. Okay, how is the moon's transit that day? And Saturn being the wheeler or the dealer of karma, you have to understand that this is the time when you will be experiencing whatever you have done in the past 2.5 years when Saturn was in the Capricorn sign. So depending upon your intent, the intensity will vary depending on your natal Saturn. If it is in retrogression in good places, then definitely this transit is not going to be impacting you negatively. But when Saturn is already giving you negative results with this Saturn's ingress, so it is going to double up. So you have to be more prepared related to that particular zone. If you're running through the Dasha of Saturn, then this is definitely going to be impacting you even more. So you have to be very careful about your judgments, about what you want to do. Be more cautious, be more responsible when you are making decisions related to your spheres where Saturn is actually posited in your natal chart. Because Saturn, when is in the retrograde motion, this is the time when you will be actually feeling the energies even more of Saturn, because Saturn is right there. We can, it's very close to the earth. Though retrogression is it's an apparent phenomena similar to sun rising from the east and setting in the west. It's similar to that. It's not happening, but it is appearing to be happening. So you don't have to be very serious about it. But remember, whenever any planet is retrograding, there is something from the past. It's revisiting and teaching us something. We must learn from that. What is it that is on your personal ground, your personal level? What is the Saturn trying to impart? What is it trying to teach you? For Libra, suppose here right now, if you can see, Saturn is in the 4th house. So there is something related to you acquiring more knowledge, education, something about your family values, family connection, or you are more involved or engrossed in your home affairs. If you're not, the Saturn wants you to connect with your family. Okay, that's why it's moving backwards. You have been enjoying life. Now Saturn wants you to just focus on your attention on the jobs that you are supposed to finish. Okay, so this is what the chart looks like. Now let's move on to the predictive. One by one, I'll be taking up all the signs. You must hear the ascendant, moon sign, or your Dasha Lord sign. Suppose your Dasha Lord is in Sagittarius, be it Jupiter, Mars, any planet. Now, whichever planet's Dasha you're running, you have to make it your first house. So make Sagittarius your first house and then see where this transit is happening. So for Sagittarius, this is happening in the 2nd house. Maybe you are born with Leo rising. So things will be different as per your Leo ascendant. But I have seen when you're running through a Dasha or Antara Dasha, when you make it your first house, that matches up even more. You get the clarity about what is actually happening in your life in that particular period, because it is connected directly to your Dasha. Okay, connected, and it is going to give you the results. That is why the results can't be the same in all the transit. Maybe you are running through Venus Saturn and then you finish off with that Dasha and then you're into another Dasha. So definitely it is going to be giving you different results, right? So let's start with the predictive. So for Aries natives, this transit of Saturn is in your 10th house. And Saturn being in this retrogression in the 10th house is also impacting your subconscious self. You really want to understand what is missing out in your something related to your health, something maybe related to your well-being, research-oriented mindset. Are you disciplined in that zone? This is going to be giving you all that you want to complete related to your partnership, related to your reality check. Define yourself completely, which is giving you what kind of inclinations that you are actually experiencing from such a long time. So just look inwards. What exactly do you want? Do you want to leave the job? You want to do something else? You want that freedom? So all will be, revisited. Now you have already achieved something. Now you have to reevaluate whether this is what you want, or are you disciplined in that particular zone? Have you scrutinized everything well? And this will give you that attention, that focus which is required. You want yourself to be in that position where you want to fulfill your desires, where you are going, your ambition satisfaction, eye-opening time, actually, how you can work harder. This is the time that you should be actually focusing more on working hard. Your duties, your responsibilities, you should be focused on that and accomplish your goals, because you have not been actually giving your best foot forward. So this is the time when you will be focused on your career, your reputation, and you should be actually focused on how you can improvise on your work, and maybe some discomfort you will experience, but at the same time, you will be focused on the goal achievement that you have set, which is definitely going to be helpful. And from here, actually, in retrogression, Saturn is also impacting your personality. It is going to give you some, maybe change in your personality, change in your looks, change in your appearance. You might not be looking good. Maybe you're not able to spend time on yourself, on your looks. So you have to work through these energies as well. Okay, so just make sure that you look up to the mark. Okay, coming to the Taurus sign. For Taurus natives, it's not written here, Taurus. 1 second, let me write it. It's not there. Okay, so for Taurus natives, this Saturn is going to be transiting your 9th house and is also impacting your 7th from there. And it is going to be impacting your 3rd house and is also going to be impacting your 12th house. Impacting, I'm not saying that it is going to be it is aspecting, I'm saying it is impacting. So there's a difference. Now here in the 9th house zone, when Saturn is, you have to complete the task given, for the commitments that you have made, the ideals, the spiritual goals that you have set. Now is the time to develop your your skills. This is also a very positive time to look into yourself, where you stand. Are you having that kind of caliber? Do you deserve this? You ask these questions. How can you change your outlook towards the people around you, your vision, your adventure, your confidence? You have to actually work on these areas. Reassess your attitude towards others. How is it? Are you having that blind faith? Are you not understanding what the others are trying to communicate? Or are you just having your set principles and goals and just sticking on to them? Is it not having any scope of self-improvement? You have to work through these to avoid that self-defeating attitude that you're generating right now. So you have to nurture yourselves. You have to actually, your expectations, which are really going beyond boundaries. You have to draw a line and understand your caliber, your potential. Unless you do that, you will not be actually moving further on. You will be always feeling that something is missing. You're not having that kind of satisfaction. You're not feeling those energies which will enhance you, which will help you grow. Maybe some travel plans you're making and they are just going back and forth. You are going for further education, but you're not able to decide what you want to do. So that self-assessment is very much essential now. You should not be going by the hearsay. You might fall prey to that. But the luck is by your side. Whatever people are saying, just don't listen to that. The luck is by your side. Now is the time to complete, because Saturn is going to be here only after 2049. It's not going to be in this zone till the year 2049. It's going to come back only in 2049. So this is a long time. So that is why Saturn is here for the last time. The 3 times it has been in retrogression in Capricorn sign. So you have felt these energies earlier also when Saturn was retrograde. Have you assessed everything well? What exactly do you want? So all that you have to really work through. And also it is going to be giving you some marriage plans falling apart, or your partner is also behaving a little indifferent. Children are behaving a little indifferent with you as well. So just mind your own business. That's what I can say. Coming to the Gemini sign. For Gemini natives, this transit is now in the 8th house. Saturn is again coming back to the place where you were actually, feeling miserable because of your health, because of your problems that you have gone through. And now this Saturn is again in the reverse motion coming to your 8th house. Now is the time to understand how you can handle the power, the desire, the intimate relationships, how you can be more involved in taking care of your health. You have gone through a lot. The health issues have actually given you a very tough time. Now, when Saturn is in retrogression, now is the time to actually find the cure. The deep-rooted cause of the problems that you're going through is the time now to understand what is it that is causing all the troubles related to your financials, related to your relationships, related to your health. There is something which is dysfunctional. So you have to actually work through that right now, because whatever the relationship, the resources that you have to work through, the health issues that you have to work through, now is the time Saturn is coming back and trying to remind you that finish those things. You have to work through that properly. This is not a good placement for your father, because this is like, when Saturn is in demoted form, it is like, maybe because it's in the 12th house from the 9th. So take care of your father's health. See, if people who don't have parents, or they are not living with their parents and all, so this is indicative of the elders, the guru around you, the teacher, or somebody you actually, your mentor, you look up to. So just don't go by these are all, just the indications. So you have to understand, if you don't have a partner, so it could be that your relationship, your close relationship, you can just, club it too. So you might not be aware what exactly is trying to control you during this time. So you have to be awakened, you have to be enlightened. What is that power that can make you realize the facts? Who's who? There are certain, things which are actually bothering you. You are feeling a lot of issues right now. You are feeling that, you're not able to work through the fears, the psychological fears that you're going through. You're not able to manage them well. So this is the time that you focus on the nitty-gritties and don't overlook what is actually troubling you. So you have to change your behavior, change your life pattern, be more receptive to the environment you are in. And also, your health, and, don't procrastinate. You might be procrastinating, you might be you might be having some kind of delays and frustrations also. It is a frustrating phase, but at the same time, you're getting that, time to work on your desires, the latent desires that you have. Now you can actually be clear on what exactly is happening in your life. So this is the time when you will have to work through those desires, your energies, which are latent, and this will give you definitely some relief as well. And at the same time, if you have any issues related to your lower abdominal region, so get it examined, because Saturn is coming back here. And also, limitations, obstructions, and problems you might be experiencing during this time related to inheritance. So clear it off. I think that's the best thing to do, rather than just brooding over what to do, what not to do, and all. Okay. Coming to the Cancer sign. So for Cancer natives, this was in Aquarius, Saturn, which was Ashtama Shani for you. You must have felt a little unwell, and that has given you a taste of Aquarius sign, actually, the Saturn transit. So that's a trailer, actually. It's just a part of what this Saturn's transit into the 8th house will be giving you. So when Saturn is coming back to your 7th, this is definitely going to be giving you a better experience. You will be feeling that you are more responsible now to the duties that you have to perform towards your own family, towards your own people, and relationship. That's the key to whatever you are going through. That's the key that will decide how your karmic relationships with the closed ones, how you can quit, how you can that bondage, that restriction that you have, how you can come over it. So this is a very positive time to be more cooperative, be more empathetic towards others, be more committed. If at all you're looking for a potential partner, you might find one, and you will be able to understand your partner better. Your partner might become a little indifferent, might become a little detached if you do have one. So this is the time to understand your partner and the responsibilities related to that relationship. Okay. And this is also going to be impacting your children directly. If you are having a bad marriage, it is going to impact your children's life as well. So make sure that you and your work life both are forming a connection with the Saturn transiting through the seventh house. So make sure that you take care of your seventh house significations, settle things up, and take care of your children's life as well as your work life. Okay, this will definitely require attention as well. And also, I have seen people, just plan their travels and their, marriage, all that during this transit. And this will actually be giving you a lot of initial frustration in your love, relationship, and commitments. But at the same time, you will start feeling a little better. You will start understanding what exactly are these relationship taking you to. So try corresponding more, recommit, remarry, exchange rings or exchange vows. That is something which will help you get this relationship better if you are having any kind of problems, any kind of significant partnership, business deals, deep friendships. They also happen when the Saturn is in the seventh house. Nothing superficial attached to it. Replace it if it is superficial relationship. It's not worth it, I think. So it's better that you work through those energies during this time. Coming to the next sign, that is, one second, I lost it. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. So for Leo natives, this transit is happening in your sixth house. So sixth house is a place of getting very critical. You are getting into the details right now, and this will give you more of pressure at the areas of work. If you have not been able to complete now, is the time to complete the task. Focus more on the things which have not been completed. You have to put more attention to, or you may be accountable to. Now you'll be asked whatever you have by the seniors. The authorities will ask you what is happening, why you have not completed everything. So now there is a pressure which is building up, and this is how you will be actually getting into the zone of the reality checks. You will be neglected or disregarded if you don't if you don't focus. And you should actually make the best use of your time now, because you're now able to manage your day-to-day life. You're able to manage your work life, how you can form a good connectivity with the people around you, how you can follow a regime. If you have not been doing so, Saturn is a reminder call, because it's going to be here only for these many 6 months time, and it is now going to be finally leaving the zone. So now structure your everything, plan everything well, productive, do something which leads to motivation, rather than just focusing on the primitive ways of completing the task, completing your jobs. Be more up to date, and be more and also take care of your health, because it is actually about your health. If you don't take care, your family life is going to suffer. So you have to be more concerned about how you can manifest good things, how you can be more productive, how you can be more healthier, how you can be more focused. So this is the time when you will be feeling these energies even more, and you're going to be very receptive also to the people around you. You're going to be having that kind of reciprocation also felt from the co-workers. And maybe, your father life figures, gurus, you'll be getting connected to. That is also one of the remedies. If you want to travel, you can plan your journeys. Your travel plans will also now start culminating. Just first to the fourth, avoid, because all the planets, most of the planets are in the Mars's sign in Scorpio, and also, Uranus is there. So there can be something related to air accidents and all, is going to be heard of more. Not just that, even the we can say the government, the government policies might suffer change. They might make wrong decisions also. That is also one of the ways. So if you are a leader, authoritative figure yourself, so make sure that you make right kind of choices, right kind of decisions during this time. Okay. Coming to the Virgo sign. So for Virgo natives, this transit is happening in over your fifth house, and it is also going to be impacting your third house, your eighth house also. Now, this is the time when you may feel limited initially by the lack of that spark. That spark is missing in you. You feel that, how you can entertain yourself, how you can enjoy yourself, how you can be, how you can spice up your relationship, romantic relationship. So now is the time when Saturn wants you to be more creative, focus on your children rather than your ego. Do not just fall prey to the external forces. There will be something which really needs to be assessed deeply. There is something concrete about your own self that has to be built up. Now is the time that you have to focus on, and the attention has to be on the nitty-gritties, how you can explore your inner self, how you can build on it. And you will be feeling that you need to reevaluate your own talents. You will feel that you are wasting your time on the fun activities. So if you have done so, now Saturn is coming back as a reminder. It's a wake-up call. Be more practical. Apply your senses and your wisdom, and do what exactly can give you what you deserve right now. Actually, you have not been getting the kind of appreciation or the kind of rewards that you deserve. Now, the Saturn will help you if you will follow the right path, if you will not ignore the things that you're going through. And also, this is going to be giving you some fruitful results if you are more productive. That kind of applause that you are waiting for. This Saturn is coming back to help you. It's not that it's not going to help you. It's actually coming to help you, to give you the fruits. To bear the fruits, you have to work harder. You have to look at yourself deeply. You have to involve yourself in the areas of life which you have been neglecting. Be more practical. Don't have a relaxed kind of feeling, with a laid back kind of an attitude. Don't procrastinate. Do not just take it easy. This is not the time to take things easy. Romantic affairs might be getting very serious. You might feel very emotional. You might be proposing to that person now. This is going to be a very serious kind of a thing. If at all you have not been able to, as of now, to propose that person, or not able to gel well with the person. So now is the time you will be actually working on that relationship also. There can be that you as a parent might have an increased responsibility. You have to send your children for education. You have to maybe, they need attention. So you need to give them more love, affection, and appreciation to them as well. And it is directly proportional to your growth. Remember, if you do well outside, that is coming back as a karma to your children. Remember, if you treat your servants well, your children will also be treated well at the workplace. Remember, it is directly proportional. So do not at any cost do things, harm others, especially the the low class of your the people you actually who are working for you. Okay. So this is what is the transit of Saturn in the fifth house going to be. Any kind of inheritances, if you're waiting for, they are also going to get in your favor. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. So for Libra natives, this transit is happening in your fourth house. The fourth house transit is called the Krittika Shani. And this is also, again forming a yoga, which is your Yogakara Graha is forming a Pancha Mahapurusha Yoga, Sasya Yoga also. See, any kind of yoga which happens in the Kendra. So for Aries natives, for Cancer natives, for Libra natives, for Capricorn natives, this is the Sasya Yoga forming. So this is, something which you have to, just a sec, I think it got stopped. One sec, sorry. Let me start again. Okay, so this is forming a Sasya Yoga for you. So again, in retrogression, when Saturn is actually transiting through, so this is going to be giving you some major results, and you will be feeling the positive energy, because it is going to be giving you again the similar kind of feeling, that what you are supposed to do. You are at the home front, especially, you're focusing more on the achievements, how you can be, how can you make the best use of the presence of this Saturn in your fourth house zone is the most important part. How you can solidify your own identity, how you can explore the roots where you come from. That is what is this fourth house energy. Until unless you know your roots, you cannot embark with your growth and with your work. You cannot. This is the time you should be facing issues surrounding your attachments to the past, how you can be reorganizing your home. You are focused more on how you can be more receptive to the people around you, your own family members, how you can reorganize your home, your connection with the people at home also. So this is also the time to clean up your unclutter or declutter your environment completely, your house, your own self, your inner you. Connect with your own self now. This is the time to reconnect, rebuild on where you left. And also your career, building on your career, building on your health. And this is going to definitely give you a lot of mastery on on the area where you can empower yourself. Just give me a moment. Because these are live sessions and I had to drink water. And so also, there are certain problems that you're facing at home. So you have to be very disciplined, during this time. Just follow that discipline. Otherwise, there will be complications again. You will not be able to master or empower yourself if you are having these, desire to complete things, but you're not able to. So you have to actually, the delays and the frustrations you're going through, you are not actually moving further on. You are just sitting tight, or it can't happen. So break those norms, because you are working from home, you don't want to go out. You're gaining weight, you don't want to work on yourself. So, things that you have to be a strict disciplinarian yourself, because the Saturn will, give a whack. Otherwise, he has his own ways to teach us the lessons. He's just like a father, actually, So if you really want to work on yourself, on the family values that you have, so you have to work on these areas even more. And this will give you definitely the rewards as well. And in case, you have to make any decisions related to your finances, related to your marriage. So this is the time. Go for it. Plan everything well, meticulously. This is going to give you those areas working as well. Maybe, your health is going to improve, and you're working through you're building on this, on your financials, on your the outlook towards the world. You might be traveling, you might be meeting more people. Now you have closed yourself in the shell. Now you're coming out and meeting people. The Saturn wants you to move out. He wants you to travel and meet people and connect with people. Okay, so do that if Saturn is wanting so. Okay. Coming to Scorpio. Scorpio natives, this transit of Saturn is happening in your third house. And third house is actually not a bad placement for the malefic planets. Now, this Saturn wants you to connect with people, the networking. He wants you to to actually gather information and inspect and then pass it on, rather than just overlooking the facts and miscommunication. All that Saturn doesn't want you to do. You have already tasted the Saturn transit in your fourth house. Of course, this was Sasya Yoga forming for Scorpio natives, and also Saturn has been giving you some positive results as well, some movement, some shifts which have happened. Now is the time to actually review your resources. What is it that you can utilize to build? Actually, this is also going to be giving you some pressure, of work. You're going to be having a lot of workload or travel plans or some strained relationships also that you have to work through. And there are some contracts that you have to sign. Don't waste time in gossiping and chit-chatting, conspiring against anybody, that unnecessary kind of a communication that will actually, spoil everything. So the productivity needs to be at its peak. You have to maybe finish off the task. You have to run around. You have to be on your toes. So this is the time to understand and stay focused on what you want to do right now. Finish it and then switch to another, and finish the other task and then switch to the next, rather than just doing things in a half-assert manner. That is not going to help you. So this is the time when you will actually be feeling more effective, more productive. So Saturn is here to teach you that, and Saturn is going to be helping you also doing these things. And in case you have any kind of travel plans, any kind of deeper realms that you want to touch, the subjects you want to touch, this is the time to acquire that as well. You have to come out of that conservative and traditional way of working. You have to break those norms. You have to start doing something different, because this Saturn is retrograde. When Saturn is retrograde, Saturn is not primitive. Saturn is a different Saturn. And there are certain optimistic thought process which are required. The thinking process has to be up to date. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. Now, for Sagittarius natives, this transit of Saturn is happening in your second house. And this is the time when you will be actually understanding your worth, your financials. What is it that you have to do? What kind of hard work, what kind of work you have to do, wherein you can be more productive. Saturn wants you to be more practical. Spend more time on your breaking the traditional norms, breaking the traditional system of making or generating financials. So now Saturn wants you to review all the financials well, the kind of gains or satisfaction you can get with this Saturn. This is the time to review. This is the time for reversals. You will connect with your own feelings of self-worth and produce in the real world. Get back from the real world. And this Saturn will give you that validation. This Saturn will give you that you are good and you can make the best use of your potential. This is going to give you that clarity, that realism now. You're going to be very effective. You're going to be very productive in achieving the results. You will be able to capture the new defined or self-defined confidence. You will be very happy with your own self. I'm not saying that this Saturn is because in retrogression giving only good results or only the bad results. There are different octaves, there are not just, we are not in one octave. There are higher octaves, there are lower octaves. Sometimes you feel low, sometimes you feel high, you feel good. So this Saturn will actually help you meet both. Because if you will experience the lows of life, only then you will be able to enjoy the highs of life, the happiness in the life. So that is something which the Saturn is responsible for. Saturn wants to helps you look into both the worlds. Okay, so that's why he is the karma karak. He is gradual, slow. Then only you will be able to value what have you achieved. And this is definitely going to be making you very responsible, very practical. And you'll be very busy. You'll be working through you will be actually valuing the money. You have that money possessions. Now is the time you will understand what is going to be the way to save. Okay, so this is what is this Saturn going to be leading to. Then for also, there is the Saturn's aspect is on the 8th house as well. So this will give, that is why, you'll be connecting with your inner self. What is it that you have, the potential that you have, you're underestimating yourself. Children might be of some help to you. You might have a strong bonding with children. You will be experiencing right now during the Saturn retrogression, the feeling of oneness with the outer world and the inner world of yours. This is definitely going to be very positive for travels. You will be meeting overseas people. You will be connecting with the people who are not from your own realms. You will be connecting with those kind of energies also. Okay, so you have that potential. So you realize that potential of yours. Okay. Oops. I hope it is sharing. Why this happens? 1 second. I hope it is sharing. Yeah. So coming to the Sagittarius, coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. Let's see. Yeah. So for Capricorn natives, Saturn is going to be in your first house. And this Saturn is going to be influencing your 11th, is going to be influencing your 4th house as well. So this is the time when you will be getting to experience your personal significance. What is it that you are? What is it that you have in the potential that you have, your personal identity? Saturn wants to revisit those realms. What do you have? The latent energies that you have are going to be on that plane where you will be focusing, you'll be projecting, you'll be showing it to the world. Now is the time that you will be depending on depending on your potential, how you can build on that. You will be focused on your diets, your health, how you look, how your outlook is towards others. And definitely when Saturn is in the first house, it makes you very serious, very responsible. You will be feeling that, nobody can let you down. You have that self-confidence also. And you will actually be getting that boost of energy, your boost of confidence, and people will be validating it as well. And this will be a very temporary phase, remember. You will be going through the negatives for the time being, but this kind of a feeling that you have, that self-confidence, that is going to be lasting. So this validation that you have to do is to yourself first. rather than expecting others to validate you. Don't wait for the acknowledgements, please. Don't wait for the applause. Don't wait for the outside people to give you that kind of accolades. So you have to be more involved in your own self. You have to work on yourself. This is the time when you will be having that strong sense of self, wisdom. You will have that self-discovery, the inner strength that you have, what is not superficial. Saturn has come as a reminder. Remember, now is the time when you will be completing everything. This is the culmination time. Be more realistic. Be more towards completing where you left when Saturn was moving in the direct motion in Capricorn. Now you have to finish those career tasks, those assignments, those projects, whatever you have been, the work in progress, as we say, you have to complete. You have to work on your financials, how you can be more helpful to others, how you can be you can add on to the other's life, what kind of productivity you can provide to others, what kind of help you can provide, how you can be regarded as a person of content. So this is the time when you will be feeling and experiencing these moments even more. You will come across people who will be acknowledging you as well for what you are doing. And there can be some illnesses that you'll be combating as well, because Saturn is in the first house. It will give you a lot of ambitions, a lot of workload, a lot of accomplishments simultaneously. So for that, you have to work hard. So it might give you headaches. It might give you some problems in the knee region, bones, all that can happen, but you are now focused on optimism. Don't be pessimistic. Remember, this is the time to not underutilize your potential, but to utilize your potential, because now is the time that struggle is going to get over. You're going to be getting the results, the rewards that you have been waiting for from a long time. It is going to be really very, very powerful period for you. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. For Aquarius people, the Saturn is turning retrograde in your 12th house. And from here, it is going to be, it's just impacting your 10th. It's impacting your 6th house as well as your 3rd house. So any kind of travel plans, if you have already made or you are thinking of traveling, so this is the time when you will be actually working through those as well. And in case you have any foreign clientele, you have to, you have to get connected to, you will be doing that as well. Now, this is also, the time to contemplate on your own existence. What are your failures? What are your gains? How you are, what is happening around you? Are you discontent? Are you confused? What is it that lies beneath the surface? All this is something which you are, the psyche is working right now. The psyche, you are going to be having those demons as well as the gods working in your mind. You have to pick and choose who wins. Now, this is the time where you will be feeling those fears and, some doubts, lack of confidence. So you have to work through it. That is why Saturn is revisiting this place to remind you that this is just nothing. You can come out of it. You can really work through these energies. It's only your, just the thought process which is working. So don't get influenced by these fears, by these thoughts that that are making you uncomfortable. This is the time to actually discard those irrational fears and grow, develop yourself, be more receptive to what is not done, something which is not complete. Be more receptive and try completing it rather than brooding over, oh, why did I do it? How I could not complete it? oh, what is it that, I'm lacking? Be self-pity, right? So that is something you're going to be doing. And this Saturn is helping you not to do it. So this is the time to process everything and align everything. This will be the most rewarding period for you. Any kind of outdated attachments, any kind of outdated fears, or the fears that you are, not actually able to recognize also, they might just come forward. And you will be given that chance to work through these. You will be coming out of these as well. So this is the time when you should be focusing more on the new beginnings, how you can work on yourself, how you can grow, how you can be more introspective, how you can work through your psychological problems, self-study, analysis. This will give you all those energies, and you will be present, in serving the mankind, because you yourself are going to be very self-sufficient, self-reliant. So how you can help others if you're not yourself self-reliant and self-confident? You cannot. You do love solitude. You want to be alone, but at the same time, you are very much working on yourself. So this is just a chance that you're getting to work on yourself, be a better person, be a better human being, to be more helpful to others, be more charitable to others. Come in contact with the general public once you gain the confidence, which is going to happen in 2023, 18th January onwards, because it's going to be connecting with your first house again. So you have already tasted it, the first house transit of Saturn, you've already tasted it. How was it? You have to tell me in the comment section so that I know that this is matching up. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is, one second. Okay, the last one, that is Pisces. So for Pisces natives, this Saturn is going to be transiting your 11th house zone. And it is the 11th house, which is the house of your responsibilities, your place in the society. So when you are performing your karma, this is the fruits of your karma, what you are doing. Now, Saturn is transiting back from the 12th house to your 11th house. Now is the time when you will be actually realizing what is it that you have not achieved. Innovations, some goals that you had set, they are supposed to be fulfilled now. This is like revisiting the same place where you have left. From a long time, you have not been able to get the solution. Now you're going to get the solution. Maybe your personal circle is going to be helpful. They are going to be coming to your rescue. You will be taking their advice in your investments, in your financials, or maybe at the workplace if you are having some problems in your in completing the task, or maybe meeting the meeting up with your meeting the requirements that are set at the place of work. So this is definitely going through the motions, self-consciousness and uncomfortableness, whatever you are feeling. Now you're going to be actually getting into the depth of it. It is not going to be a superficial kind of a thing. You're going to be actually establishing a serious friendship this time. You're going to be affiliated with people who are going to uplift you. You are not going to be having any kind of superfluous relationship, social association. Sometimes what happens, you go out, you meet people and party and then come back, but it is just for fun's sake. But now you're going to be having that, that relationship, which is not a superficial one. Now is the time when you'll be actually working on that level where you are having some deeper connections, influential people you'll be meeting. On a personal plane, you'll be actually rising. You'll be getting better. Anything which is, which is achievable. Happiness. Happiness is not just marriage, romance, career, religion. No, it is that happiness that is going to be giving you satisfaction. That happiness that is deep within and stays. See, whenever you have a superficial relationship or superficial kind of happiness, it's time being. But when it is deeper connectivity, the Saturn is going to make you experience that energy. Remember, it is like your innermost wishes are coming to true. It's the core thing, it's like the core energies are coming to the limelight now. You are going to be having all those duties and responsibilities fulfilled, the purpose. You're going to be getting involved in that zone where you will be understanding your goals, your objectives well. You're willing to work harder. You're going to be actually, you're going to be offered those rewards now. So enjoy this transit. This is the time to make the best use of the potential that you have. Your financials are going to grow. You are going to form connectivity with the higher realms. You are going to form connectivity with the people who are at those realms where you learn from them. They are the mentors. They become your mentors. So this is the time to seek help, to seek advice from the people, from the core people, the core connection, which is you yourself. Form connection with you yourself first. Then comes the other people. Okay. So this is what is the Saturn retrogression in the sign of Capricorn. And it is going to be giving you revisiting the past or revisiting what you have not been able to complete. So I think, the best is that just utilize this and be more focused. You have to learn what Saturn wants you to learn, actually. Don't ignore. You yourself are an astrologer. You will know what exactly is it, the missing link in your lives. So don't miss out on that. Don't waste this time. This is the time to actually understand. See, when the COVID came in, what happened? We all changed. We could, with the minimalistic, resources, we could manage. And then again, when Saturn left this zone of Capricorn, we were back to square one. Actually, we didn't want to accept, and we were just thinking, oh, COVID is just nothing, it'll never bother us again. It is not going to bother us, but have we learned our lessons? What the Saturn wanted us to convey? So this is the time, whichever zone your Saturn is, whichever zone the Saturn is transiting, learn your lesson. This is the time to experience the lessons that Saturn wants us to learn, okay? And move further on so that the Aquarius transit becomes better, okay? So thank you so much for watching, and do write in the comment section which all predictions matched, which all predictions did not match. I am receptive to the negative and the positive comments. Please don't mind, if my audience who are with me, they're feeling bad about the audience which is commenting in a negative manner. So just ignore, just move further, learn from them also. They are trying to convey something because they are hurt. They are not happy with the readings, right? Maybe I've touched upon something which is their, sensitive point. So just don't worry about all that. Ignore. And definitely I learn from you all. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed. Have a great and a blessed Saturn retrograde in Capricorn. Om Tat Sat.